What's up everyone, I'm Rich, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all staying safe, especially in my area, it's getting a little bit colder. Anyhow, I had the MacBook Air with the M1 chip for about a year now. I originally had the space gray version, but I swapped it out for the rose gold because why not? But yeah, in this video, I'm gonna give you guys my review, my overall thoughts on this great laptop, having used it for quite a while now. I'm currently at a university, so this would be from a student perspective. I'll talk about the build quality, the daily tasks, how's the battery, what are the features, and ultimately, how it's performing after a whole year. So, without further ado, let's talk about it. Let me just say right off the bat, this is probably the perfect laptop for a student, entrepreneur, freelance worker, and essentially everyone. The MacBook Air after a year is still able to encompass reliability, usability, and speed. For example, that M1 chip in the MacBook is able to power through so many tasks with no sweat. The overall build quality of the MacBook Air is clean and light, which in my opinion just completes the laptop and seriously gives it the title of being an Air. But yeah, I've been using this laptop practically every other day since I got it, and almost every day now since I'm in college. I have so many of these exams coming up. Finals week is approaching around this time of the year. You can see me typically at the library locked in a room with my MacBook Air right here. It's my companion now. I mean, it's just a great and beautiful machine that works. Speaking about great and beautiful, let's talk about that build quality. I like almost everything about it. It has that signature lightweight aluminum design that we expect from Apple that not only feels premium, but actually feels like you're getting money's worth. Apple's rocking a beautiful 13.3-inch 2560 by 1600 Retina display, and as a student, it helps to add to the overall workflow experience. Watching YouTube videos look nice and crisp here. I write a lot of papers and read articles in this machine, so having a beautiful display is just a nice added bonus, you know? This Mac is also super special because it's fanless. This basically produces no noise whatsoever, and until this day, I'm not even sure how Apple manages to do that. Like seriously, there's no gaps or anything for air to escape. Now, despite the small body on this thing, the speakers on the Air are mind-blowing with a large and powerful input. I didn't even know this laptop can produce so much sound. The keyboard, the keyboard. I still have a blast typing on this. Like, I want to type more on this because it feels so great. And even though it's been a year in, the Magic backlit keyboard feels so nice on the hand still. The travel distance is short and sweet. It's smooth and responsive. I feel very light. I can type really fast on this. And lastly, I can't forget about the giant force-sensitive trackpad, which is among my favorite on any laptop so far. I cannot say the same about other Windows laptops. You can click anywhere on this pad. It'll pick up your clicks. It's large and you know, you get a lot of space. And as a college student, walking between classes, doing work at home, at the library, or anywhere else for that matter, I highly value the portability the MacBook Air offers, weighing in at around 2.8 pounds as compared to something like the Microsoft Surface Book, which is around 4.2 pounds. Now, this is a major relief as this laptop will easily fit in most backpacks without feeling any noticeable weight differences. It's not even there, it's that light. Keep in mind, the average weight of a college textbook is around 3 to 6 pounds, because if you're on the go, having a heavy laptop will definitely add up to the weight. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the new M1 silicon chip that came out last year. In a nutshell, this is Apple's first CPU on their computers, and they're the best bang for your buck in terms of performance. So far, I've been using this device with my video editor. I have multiple Chrome tabs open, which has all my assignments for school. I even run FaceTime in the background while I chat up with a friend, all at the same time. I haven't seen any drop in performance or, you know, those beach balls popping up. Also, keep in mind, I do have the base model Air, which is 8GB of RAM. Now, if you're someone that wants to get a little bit more intense with this machine, like photo rendering and 4K video editing, I definitely say you go with a 16GB Air to be safer, or honestly, just get the new MacBook Pro 14-inch models. I mean, they came out like, what, a week ago in the time of this recording? You know, going back to the Air, with all that power, shouldn't the battery life suffer? No, the battery life is still incredible. After a year, this is what I mean by efficiency. You know, the MacBook Air boasts up to 14 hours of battery life, and I'm not kidding. On average, I've used this laptop for 2 days without having to charge it. I tested this out by starting at 100% battery, then used it for around 4 to 6 hours, give or take, and I only noticed it went down to an average of 62% at the end of the day. The battery health did drain just a bit, I noticed, having it, of course, for a year. Lithium-ion batteries aren't forever, you know. It's pretty great to compare this to a newer MacBook Air since, you know, they advertise up to 18 hours of battery life if you buy them new. So after a year, the battery life didn't even drain that much. Okay, so let's talk about the cons. Now, you probably heard me glorify this MacBook a lot, but there are some cons to it. Remember, this is still your basic MacBook Air, so the webcam is pretty terrible. If you're just gonna be using it for regular Zoom calls or FaceTime calls, I I guess no one really cares that much. Additionally, you can't really run boot camp on this anymore, which is a downside. I know a couple of my friends that were like huge geeks always used to run Windows so they can run their programs and games on it. Not too many cons. I think I'm just nitpicking at this point. I would love to see a MacBook Air in a 14-inch model sometime down the road. I think Apple is working on that. Maybe upgrade the display just a little bit more. I mean, 2560 by 1600 is great, but after using a Surface Book 2 with a 3000 by 2000p resolution screen, I don't think I've seen any displays sharper than that. So I would love to see the MacBook Airs catch up to that resolution. Anyhow, with due time, I believe the MacBook Air will definitely be future-proof. If you get this now, I wouldn't worry about upgrading or feeling left behind in terms of performance in the next couple of years. You can pick this up for around $900 US, which is a pretty great deal for what you're getting. The MacBook Air M1, you know, packs a serious punch in this elegant form factor. So that's all I really have to say about this great machine. But wait, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I want you guys to go in the comment section down below and tell me your thoughts. Do you have the MacBook Air personally? How long have you had it? If you're thinking about buying one, did I help you make that purchase? Give me your thoughts. You know, how's your MacBook surviving after a year? Did you spill it, drop it, this and that, battery life? I want to hear, you know, talk to me in the comments. And as always, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button to stay updated with what I got for you in the future. But until the next video, guys, I will see you then.